Back during the initial hype of the release of the CS2 beta, if you watched any amount of CS2 on YouTube, you've definitely heard someone talking about Paris as an investment, and look how that's panned out now. Not great, but I know there were people like myself that would only preach it as a long-term investment only, and I had never considered it for making quick money within a year, 2, 3, even 4 years. And now that we have just about the worst case scenario, that being Copenhagen release also being borderless, I wanted to revisit the topic of Paris for any of those diamond hand investors that either had the bravery or stupidity to last through this downtrend that we've seen with Paris, or people that are looking to pick it up now. But first, just a word from today's sponsor. SkinsMonkey is an automated trading bot that's perfect if you want to swap out your skins fast and safely. They've got plenty of filters and plenty of items to choose from, so once you've found something that you like, make sure to enter my code SPAGHETTI and you'll get cash back up to $5 on a $100 trade, as well as a 35% deposit bonus, which is 5% more than regular, with code SPAGHETTI. But if you refuse to spend any money, go to the freebies section and they run giveaways there all the time, so it's definitely worth checking out. Thank you to SkinsMonkey for sponsoring this video. Alright, so first for some context. Now when Paris released and we were going through the beginning stages of the sale, we knew that Paris had a lot of supply when going into it, yet people were still investing. And this was mostly due to the perfect storm of many variables coming together, like the CS2 hype, crypto bros, and then the past borderless stickers standing as a testament. But there were two main things that people didn't account for when they got into investing in Paris. And the first one being the actual length of the Paris sale, because it lasted so long to the point where it gave everybody's grandma and their cousin's dog a chance to buy these stickers. And so the length of the sale alone had to have added on a few years until Paris would have been profitable for any investors. But that isn't actually the thing that killed it. The thing that killed it was the Copenhagen release. And for simple reasons, it just added way more borderless stickers. But does that mean that Paris will forever be dead / not worth your money? Well, not necessarily, because the argument can be made that we're seeing them at such a cheap price point with actually good looking stickers that it's unlikely we'll ever even see them drop any more than what they're currently at. And so it would be likely that we'll see them float around this price for maybe a couple of years and then potentially grow a bit. And then maybe in 10 years, that's where we see the real profit. But in my mind, there's a couple problems with that. And so the first thing is that not everything has to have value eventually. I would not be surprised at all to see Paris have a higher supply than Copenhagen, obviously depending on how Copenhagen's sale length is, but still, even if it's around the same, there's not going to be any inherent value just because it's different than Antwerp, Stockholm, or Copenhagen. I could draw a random scribble on a piece of paper every single day and it'll be 100% unique, but nobody's going to think it's rare. It's the same thing. And so that leads me into my second point, which is actually it could end up not being rare at all. This could be a trend that Valve continues to do. And if you're banking on the fact that it's profitable in 10 years, you're banking on the fact that Valve doesn't release borderless stickers for 10 years. I don't know about you, but I do not like those odds based on a recent track record. At that point, just put it all on red. And so if you think we'll have any majors with borderless stickers within the next 10 years, if CS2 lasts that long, it's just going to keep beating the price of Paris down. And so that's why I kind of consider Paris and Copenhagen just dead investments. But hold on, theoretically, let's ignore that possibility. Let's say there's never a single major with any borderless stickers for however length of time. I do think it would eventually be profitable. Let's say 7 years to see any returns that are worth actually selling off. How likely is it that the returns over that span of time will beat inflation, which is around 3% each year, and even further beyond that, beat other investments where you could have put your money in, even the stock market, which is much less volatile than CS2? All I'm saying is, if I were to choose, I would not put my money in Paris. But that's just me. Maybe we'll get a CS2 version of the Roaring Kitty. I don't know if it would be possible on Paris. Someone would probably choose a different item, but hey, I'll still be praying for it every day. Don't worry. That's all though. Please subscribe if this was interesting so then I can make more of this content and I can live. That's it.